Noted member.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provision of Standing Order number 44-2C, I raised request for a statement from the Chairperson of Departmental Committee on Trade, Industry and Cooperatives regarding the proposed mode of payment for coffee farmers in the country. Honorable Speaker, in August 2023, the government implemented the direct sales system, DSS, mandating the payments be routed directly to the accounts of cooperatives with the objective of safeguarding farmers' income and ensuring financial order within the sector. However, proposals to make payments directly to individual farmers' bank accounts or via M-Pesa was introduced without comprehensive consultation with key stakeholders, particularly coffee farmers and their cooperatives, generating widespread concern amongst the coffee farmers. Notably, the proposal are viewed as undermining the fundamental principles of cooperatives, which offer collective bargaining strength, equitable profit distribution, and financial accountability. The current payment model of directing funds from the Nairobi Coffee Exchange through cooperatives have demonstrated transparency and efficacy. In contrast, the DSS centralizes payment control within financial institutions and government bodies, consequently eroding the autonomy of cooperatives in managing members' proceeds. These shifts prompt serious questions regarding the capacity of the reforms to genuinely stabilize and enhance the agriculture sector. Honorable Speaker, the disbursement of payments to individual accounts, therefore, threatens this revenue model by restricting cooperatives' ability to deduct loan repayments, levy service charges, and invest in communal infrastructure, thus jeopardizing their sustainability. And therefore, stakeholders within the coffee value chain have expressed legitimate apprehension that bypassing cooperatives will undermine their viability, thereby placing farmers' financial security and overall coffee economy at risk. It is therefore imperative that payments continue to be disbursed securely and promptly through cooperatives to safeguard the livelihood of thousands of farmers and ensure the sector long-term stability. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I request for a statement from the Chairperson of Departmental Committee of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives on the following one: to provide a report on public participation undertaken in any, if any, prior to the implementation of the proposed direct sales system, famously known as DSS, and if not, the justification for bypassing farmers and stakeholders. 2, the rationale underpinning the proposal to implement payments directly to farmers' individual accounts rather than through cooperative societies as per established practice. And 3, strategies in place to uphold the payment system through the cooperative framework that channels funds from the Nairobi Coffee Exchange to cooperatives. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Chege. Chair, Trade, Industry and Cooperatives. Who is the chair? Shinali. Yes, Gishimu, you are a member?
Yes, I'm a member. Honorable Speaker, owing to the urgency of the matter, I will pass the message to the chair that we may be able to bring, or he may be able to present the statement once we resume from
First
short
week
recess.
Upon resumption. Onesimus Ngogoyo, member for Kajiado North.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provision of Standing Order 44-2C, I rise to request for a statement from the Chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Transport and Infrastructure regarding the delayed compensation by Kenya Railway for land owners affected by the construction of the standard gauge railway from Nairobi Suswa. Honorable Speaker, the extension of the standard gauge railway from Nairobi to Suswa was a welcome move by the government through the Kenya Railway, and it will further ease movement of persons and goods from the interior of the country to the projected interior of the country, and further ease movement of goods and persons from the interior of the country. The project necessitated acquisition of land in various areas, parcels of land around kilometer 33 overpass bridge along Kangawa Road, located in Bulbul sublocation in Bulbul location in Kajiado North constituency, were acquired to pave way for the railway. However, 8 years down the line, the affected residents are either still waiting gazettement of parcels of land for award and compensation, and are yet to receive compensation of their land. Owners of parcels number Ngongong 103-271, 103-272, 103-273, and 103-274 are yet to have their parcels gazetted for compensation. Parcels number Ngongong 105-603 and 105-604 are undergoing gazettement. Parcels number Ngongong 41953, 41954, and 1515 have been gazetted and are awaiting awards, while parcels number Ngongong 346, 5441, 11935, 11936, 11937, 11938, 11268, and 8619 have been gazetted and awarded funds but not yet received their compensation to date. The residents, a number of them do not have access to power and water in the area due to the interruption occasioned by this project. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I seek a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Transport, Infrastructure, on the following. Number one, reasons for the delay in the process of requisite compensation for the affected residents of Embulbu location in Kajiado North by Kenya Railway. Number two, confirmation of whether the budgetary allocation has been provided for and why the delay for the SGR land in the current financial year. And three, measures the ministry is taking to ensure that those affected by compulsory acquisition of land for similar projects in future are compensated in time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Chair, Transport and Infrastructure. GK, give him the mic.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. We will avail the response a week after recess.
Okay, so be it. Wanjiku Muhia, Kipipiri.
Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provision of Standing Order 44-2C, I rise to request for a statement from the Chairperson of Departmental Committee on Transport and Infrastructure regarding the non-completion of the Gilgil Machinery Road in Kipipiri constituency. Honorable Speaker, while the residents of Kipipiri appreciate the long-awaited progress on the Gilgil Machinery Road initiated in 2017 and which is currently nearing completion, it is deeply regrettable that several critical access roads connecting to it remain unconstructed. These include the roads leading to Lereshua Secondary School, the National Cereal and Produce Board Depot, the Lereshua Chief's Office, Kahiga Center, and the surrounding community institutions. Honorable Speaker, during the public participation and planning phases, the local community was assured that these access roads were part of the original BQ. However, there are reports alleged from the resident engineer that these sections may not be constructed. It is of major concern that the contractor is now preparing to demobilize from the site, leaving behind approximately 2 kilometers of essential access road undone. This will undermine the functionality and utility of the main road, particularly for institutions like Lereshua Secondary School. It will also affect the delivery of essential supplies and services and expose the students and staffs to avoidable hardship. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I request for a statement from the Chairperson of Departmental Committee on Transport and Infrastructure to the following. One, a report on the scope of work for construction of the Gilgil Machinery Road in Kipipiri constituency, including confirmation of the inclusion of the adjoining access roads to Lereshwa Secondary School, National Cereal and Produce Board Depot, Lereshwa Chief's Office, Kahiga Center, and the surrounding constituencies. Justification for the deviation from the original scope of work and the exclusion of this access road, despite earlier commitment to the to incorporate them in the scope of the work. A concrete plan and timeline by the ministry to ensure that the unconstructed access roads originally committed to be done or are fully constructed. And finally, steps being taken by the ministry to ensure that all constituencies receive equal treatment in infrastructural development. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
GK.
A week after recess, Honorable Speaker.
So be it. Responses. Chair Education is in the house. Honorable Meli was here. Where is he? Response to a request by Honorable Joseph Gitari. Is Joseph Gitari in the house? Majority Leader, you are Mary Massey. Okay. You have the response to Joseph Gitari. Go ahead. Who is responding?